It might still be cold out, but spring has officially begun, and it's time to talk about warm books that will gently bring you into the spring season. I have just finished reading a pretty dark, moody, and manipulative book, and now I'm ready for something lighter. And today I wanted to share my favorite 6 books for spring that I love reading almost every year and that I will definitely be rereading in the future. And let's begin with an absolutely marvelous novel that I adored. It's called Absent in the Spring by Agatha Christie when she was writing as Mary Westmacott, which is her pseudonym that she used when she was not writing mystery novels. And this story is about a woman, and a whole premise is that she's traveling back from her daughter back to London to see her husband, and she misses her train and now is stranded at a rest house for about a week because of bad weather. It's raining, the train's stopped, and she cannot leave. She read all the books she had in one day. She wrote letters to everybody she wanted to. She doesn't have any sewing with her. There is no library in the house, and she's left alone with her thoughts. So we are reading basically about this one week in the rest house where she's thinking about her life, thinking about her behavior with her husband, with her children. She thinks she's a perfect mother, but is she actually that perfect? And slowly, thoughts start coming in that before she suppressed and did not want to listen to. I could not stop reading this novel. It's so wonderfully psychological. And yes, things that she thinks about are pretty serious. It's family life, it's crisis in the relationship, it's being faithful to your spouse, but still the book is very light. It makes you feel like it's never late to change your life and to understand the mistakes that you made. So this was an absolutely wonderful and very encouraging and warm spring read. It was my first Mary Westmacott, and I will definitely continue reading more under this name. And the next also absolutely wonderful, sunny, warm story is Enchanted April by Elizabeth von Arnim. I first read this story last year, of course, in April, and loved everything about it. The atmosphere, the warmth, the weather, the sea, the people, everything was just so right for the spring. 4 women decide to get together and go for the month of April to a villa in Italy. These women don't know anything about one another. They just met and they have completely different life stories. They're of completely different ages, from completely different societies, but they get together to spend this 1 month. And at first, they don't think that they will be together that much. They're just sharing a villa. Each one of them has their own room. They should not be seeing each other unless they are eating at the table. But slowly, they're starting to get to know each other, and they realize that what they thought before was silliness of another woman or some bad traits is actually not that bad, and maybe it's coming from a good place. Some of the characters were a little bit annoying at first, but you get to know them better, and you get to spend this month with these characters, and you start understanding where they're coming from. This was such a wonderful experience, and I wish I found this book earlier. I will definitely be rereading it this April. Now let's talk about one of my absolutely favorite classic authors, Lucy Montgomery. I want to mention 3 of her stories. The first one, of course, being Anne of Green Gables. If you're looking for a cottagecore story, this would be such an amazing option. This series is all about romanticizing life, even if it's hard, even if it's ordinary, just finding something that will make you feel better, that will make you feel happy and alive. I'm sure you all know the premise. Anne is an orphan, and by mistake she ends up on a farm with a brother and sister. They initially wanted to adopt a boy so he could help on a farm, but the agency by mistake sent them a girl. And Anne pleaded to let her stay with them. She really wanted to try. She was ready to do anything they asked her to, just to stay out of the orphanage, and they kept her. And this is how her story begins. First, she might not be liked by the town, but slowly people start realizing how wonderful she is, and everybody falls in love with the little redhead girl. We will follow her from her childhood, about 10 to 12 years old, up to her finding a profession, up to her adulthood. And this is such a great coming of age story. I think the first time I read it was when I was about 20, and I felt like I was too old for this story, but now I'm old enough to like it again, and I can't wait to reread the whole series. This is a pretty big series. It has 7 or 8 books if I'm not mistaken, so if that's a little too much for you and you want something quicker but with the same atmosphere and same charm, Emily of the Blue Moon would be a great option. The same author, Lucy Montgomery, and here she writes a very similar story, also an orphan, but this time Emily has her aunts and she lives with her aunts. She also loves writing like Anne does, and we also see her grow up. And this series only has 3 books. They're pretty short, so you will be able to read them much faster. So if that's what you prefer, Emily is an amazing substitute for Anne of Green Gables. And also by Lucy Montgomery, I love this author so much, I could not leave this book out. This is a single novel. It does not belong to any series. It is The Blue Castle, and this story is also about a young woman, but this time she has a mother, she has a grandma or an aunt, and she lives with them, and she does not lead the life she wants to lead. She is constantly restricted by their rules. You should only wear this color. You should cut your hair this way. You should do this and you should not do that. You're not very pretty, so stay out of the spotlight. Unlike your cousin, you do not have such great prospects for your life. And our young heroine follows all of these rules just because that's what she was used to thinking. But one day, a doctor sends her a note that she only has a couple months to live. And she realizes that if she doesn't start living her life now, she will never start it. And she does everything that she always wanted to do and rebels against her family's rules. This story is such a great representation of choosing yourself, of being able to start over no matter what place you're at and how old you are. This, for me, is the ultimate spring book. And if you only can read one, this would probably be my recommendation. Another absolutely wonderful and comic novel is Excellent Women by Barbara Pam. This is her most famous novel, and it is extremely witty, extremely funny, and follows this one middle-aged spinster in post-war London who gets entangled into the life of her new glamorous neighbors. And this is an absolutely hilarious story, and we're going to talk about things like spinsterhood and societal expectations and the want of people to be loved and this desire to be loved and appreciated and wanted. And I just think that this is such a warm, funny story to read, and spring is a perfect season for it. Even if you are middle-aged spinster, even if you lived through such horrible things like war, you are still curious about life, you are still interested in life, you still want things, you still have dreams. And this is everything that Barbara Pam is going to talk about in her novel. And the last book is the one that I came across absolutely randomly. I did not expect to like it. I just wanted something short to read quickly. And I just went on a website and clicked on a random link, and that's how I found the book. It's called Tea House on Mulberry Street by Sharon Owens. This novel is about a couple, Penny and Daniel, and they own a tea house in Scotland. And the whole town comes to this one tea house to eat their delicious desserts, drink tea, and share their issues. And the story will follow a lot of different characters. I think we will have 5 distinct stories. And just to give you a quick preview, some of the people who we're going to follow are an always dieting housewife, a young struggling artist who is absolutely in love with Nicolas Cage, a woman who comes to find her lost love, 2 sisters whose biggest dream in their life was to see the Queen, and many, many more. So you can probably tell by now that this is an absolutely wonderful story with a lot happening, a lot of different lives connected by this one tea house. And you will definitely be able to find yourself in at least one, if not more, of the characters. These were all the spring books that I wanted to share today. I really hope you enjoyed them. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.